Thunderous. I love it. It's one of the most beautiful descending bass lines in music. I know that's a dramatic statement, but it really is. Tuned down. Usually, I believe on the album this was in drop D, but he's come down to C. So he's dropped.
Come down off your throne.
Oh, what a killer voice.
And leave your body alone. Somebody must change.
Wow. Cool scene too.
You are the reason I've been waiting so long. Somebody holds the key.
Doing some really cool barred power chords on the low strings right here.
And I just ain't got the time. Oh, and I'm wasting
cool.
time. I can't find my way home.
What just a classic descending bass line. Every string is going to drop a full step. The low E string will drop 2 full steps, so it's a C. Yeah. I'm going to have to change my tuning here. So I'm normally, or at least when I play this, like I said, on the album, I believe it's in drop D, but he's taken it down a full step from drop D. So I'll actually just go through this with you now since we're doing it. So that low string is going to go all the way down to a C. The next string will go down to a G. This is a low tuning for this guitar. I'm curious how it's going to handle it. D string will drop to a C. G will go down to an F. B will go down to an A. And the high E string will go down to a C. C? Right? No. Go down to D. I guess, yeah, it goes down to a C. Is that right? No, it goes down to a D. Sorry. I was getting mixed up with the low strings. So we have C. Yeah, it's already come up. We'll see how this guitar stays stable. Sometimes when you go low, the guitar kind of wants to gravitate towards the higher end. In terms of tuning, like if you go down from standard tuning, sometimes you'll get through all the strings, come back to the low string and be like, whoa, how did it raise in pitch? But it kind of wants to gravitate back up to where it was. At least that's what I've noticed. Wow. This is a beautiful, beautiful sound. Thunderous. I love it. That's awesome. This low C. So let's go through the main theme here. It's one of the most beautiful descending bass lines in music. I know that's a dramatic statement, but it really is. Let's see if I can find it here. Not in the leaves here. Let's see. Here we go. This portion. Cool. Let's see if he plays it one more time. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So even if you just want to get those single notes, it's going to be 3rd fret. I'm going to just refer to the strings as they would be in standard tuning, just not to confuse things. So it's going to be the 3rd fret of your A string, formerly your A string, 2nd, 1st, and then open A or open low string. Either one would suffice there. They're both chord related to the D, or the D shape, I should say. And then he does an F. Again, I'm referring to this as it's in normal tuning, but it is dropped a step to a G, and then back to that D. But he's doing it, so I usually do these mini power chords, or rather mini bar chords. And he's doing these low power chords. It's a really wonderful sound. So he does this descending bass line. He's holding that 3rd fret of the B string, and and just driving the bass over it to the D chord. What a great sound with this low tuning. Wow. And I'm sure it brings out the best in his guitar because it looks to be like an OM size guitar. But let's go ahead and check out some of the rest of this tune.
Come down off your throne.
So that same descending bass line.
Leave your body alone. Somebody must change.
Make sure you got this.
You are the reason I've been waiting so long. Somebody holds the key. But
There we go.
I'm
Oh, he comes up here.
living and I just ain't got the time. Oh, and I wasted time. Can't find my way home.
Throw something else in there. So that chorus part, I guess we can call it, he starts on this chord, which is kind of a G-ish chord, but he's actually playing it, from what I recall, in that kind of power chord form, which sounds really cool. Let's go back a little bit.
Somebody holds
Okay, so it's gonna come in right here.
But I'm in the end and I just ain't got the time. Oh, and I wasted time. Can't find my way home.
What chord is that? That's a really cool descending line.
Can't find my way home.
It's like some sort of A. Maybe he's doing like a flowery thing like that. Let's see. One more time. I might not get it right now, but it's something that's different from the album, that's for sure.
Just ain't got the time. Oh, and I wasted time. Can't find my way home.
Let's see if I can pause it on that chord.
Can't find.
Okay. So we're going. Pinky's up here. I think that's it. I'm used to, so on the album, he's doing this like kind of, if you take an A chord and move it to the low 3 strings, and then he goes to the 5th fret. I'm used to that little bass walk down, which is on the album, but here he's going, cool. It's just kind of a quick jump, actually. Doing another bass walk in there. One more time through this, and then I won't belabor this point.
Oh, and I wasted time. Can't find my way home.
Oh, he is throwing that next bass note, so he's going, cool. He's got a little hiccup in the strumming there. That's a beautiful variation from what's on the album. Usually the way I would play this chorus part, it's this kind of, I guess, a G shape, G-ish suggestion. That's 2nd fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the B. He's playing it up here. Power chord version, each one, either one will do. So it's to measure this, A chord to the D. And this funky kind of, I guess it would be an E if it was in standard just drop D tuning. Up to the 5th fret, low 2 strings. Yeah, the normal way that I teach it, or that's on the album, is coming from this 5th fret, you go 4th, 2nd, open. But he's adding that cool chord, which sounds awesome. Cool version, and just what a great vocal. I mean, you would expect nothing less, but you know, as musicians age, a lot of times they bend the song to fit to how their voice changes, and in this case, he did, but only with the tuning. He's dropped it a full step, probably so he can access some of those higher notes, but he still sounds absolutely beautiful, and I love dropping the tuning so low. it sounds thunderous. There's one more thing I want to show you that's not on this, but on the album. There's a full band in the album, so there's a little bit more room to do some interesting things. So a lot of times at the end of the verse, I believe it's this cool little bass thing. So you can hold that D chord, grab the 3rd fret of the A, open, 3rd fret of the low string, and then open. So that would be like. It's a fun little addition you can play. All in all, great classic tune, a fantastic solo guitar tune, as you can see by this performance.